microphone.
Just kidding.
Nope. Oh, yes, maybe it is. There it is. Okay, better. Okay, you're Miriam.
I'm Miriam. I have Keto Chow on my face. Move it.
Okay. Anyway, I'm Chris, also co-founder, president and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. And yeah, I got the microphone working.
Yay!
If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make keto easy. We also have some electrolytes that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for all our daily updates on Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. We love having you with us on our journey, so thanks for joining us.
Yep. Okay. Well, now that I got the volume working.
I forgot to wear lipstick.
Crap.
Whoopsie.
I forgot to wear lipstick too.
Dang.
I just would have smooched you, and then I would have been wearing it. Oh. Let's see. Mary Louise says Happy Monday. Confident Fit Mom says hey. Jerry's on. Sonia says good morning, folks from frigid -7 Iowa.
Oh, wow.
With that wind chill, it feels like -28. Had to listen to Joe and Rachel to feel warm.
Yeah.
Jerry says his work computer's weird. Has to view it on the TV and then use the iPad to comment.
What?
Glenda says hi everyone. Mary Louise says 83 in southern Florida.
Oh.
Carrie Brown's on, says yo.
Just go outside and feel the warmth for me, okay? Because it's cold here.
It's not too bad. We did get a lot of snow over the weekend.
Yeah, it was nice.
Lori says good morning from central Arkansas, full of snow. Matt says microphone. Rachel says hi, Chris and Miriam.
Rachel, hi.
Matt says I hear you now. Kim says hi, Chris and Miriam. Cheryl says happy Monday.
Happy.
Peggy says morning bears and the rest of y'all. Fanny says good morning, happy Monday. Dennis says good morning, Chris and Miriam Bear. Top of the morning to you, Mary Lou, along with everyone else. Mary Lou says good morning, peeps. I have someone asking if they can use MCT powder instead of MCT oil, but would you really recommend either? There is a page on our website that actually, let's see.
You want to find it?
Oh, I sure can.
It depends on how metabolically flexible they are, because MCT powder is not as good as plain MCT oil.
Okay. So here's is powdered MCT oil viable for Keto Chow? And let's see, where is...
Too many words.
Well, it's a post.
So many words.
Okay, that's from using powdered fats. Let's see, there was a really simple... I thought there was a really simple, let's see. MCT Keto Chow. We'll use Google instead, and I think
Google.
Should I use MCT oil? Okay, here you go. We don't recommend using MCT oil when starting keto or Keto Chow. You can use it. MCT powder. I actually will post this link. MCT powder will work, but it depends on why you're wanting to use it. Number one, powdered oil has to have something to carry it. And so it's going to have more carbohydrates than regular MCT.
Because it'll be dried on something.
Yep.
Which ideally would be acacia gum, but a lot of times it's dextrose.
That's true, which
so
is starch.
You need to figure that out. And the other thing is, a lot of times companies don't have to say what it's dried on, and so it'll look really good, but really it has more dextrose in it than you want.
It has more carbs. It costs more. It actually has more mass, so it technically takes up more space. It is a bit more convenient because you can just spoon it out rather than taking a bottle and dumping it. So sometimes it's easier for travel, but...
Well, and you definitely can use it.
You can.
You choose what you're going to use, and if you're hiking, it's a lot lighter than water, right?
Yep.
Or oil. But, you just need to decide what you're going to do and count those, add those carbs up into what you're going to eat. So depending on what it says it is.
That's right. Rhonda says, good morning, Bears. Lynn says, hey, guys, what's the flavor of the week?
What is the flavor of the week?
It's vanilla.
Vanilla?
So
do we even have that flavor?
We do have vanilla. Sandra says, good morning. Kathleen says, good morning, Bears and Keto Chow family. I'm not Sally today. Have a great week. Carrie says, did I mention we need a cherry chow? I think you did mention that before.
I heard that.
Lynette says, good morning.
I need
says,
a cherry cobbler. We bought the stuff to make the blueberry cobbler yesterday, and then we didn't make it.
You know what we also bought and didn't make?
What?
I got jalapenos.
Oh, no. I love those. Why didn't we remember that?
We can make them tonight when we get home.
Yeah, because we're not
I didn't
fasting
get very
today
many of them.
for the first time on Mars.
I only got like 6 or 7 jalapenos.
That's perfect.
I'm not sure
you.
where they got put away though, because I brought them home
I'm sure
and the
not
kids.
the cupboard. The kids at least know that you put those in the fridge.
I hope so. Anyway, Rachel says, Miriam, I missed you at the 2KK premiere. Debbie says, snow and 15 degrees in Houston with prediction it'll get lower single digits tonight.
I forgot they were
We'll stay below freezing for 2 days at least, and fasting. So cold.
Yeah.
Matreus is hi all. Shauna says, good morning, checking out of the hotel, heading for last vacation breakfast.
Nice.
I saw you soaking up the sun. That was a pretty funny picture. I'm just like, why is she sleeping?
She's not sleeping.
She's soaking up the sun. I'm like,
sun.
She's not even in the sun. She's in the shade.
Some of the sun was on her. She was relaxing.
Vixen J says, good morning. 35 degrees in Virginia. Mary Lou, do you have a room for rent?
Yeah, it's about 35 degrees here, too. It's actually pretty nice.
Jean says, does liquid stevia break your fast? Calories break your fast. Mm-hmm. Kind of end of discussion, but it's a bit nuanced. A non-caloric sweetener, depending on the liquid stevia, I would say it doesn't have any calories, probably won't break a fast, but some people don't do well with any sweeteners whatsoever if they're doing a fast longer than like 48 hours. Some people are able to handle sweeteners and flavors just fine.
I can drink sweeteners all day long. And I'm just fine.
I can't even do sugar-free gum if I'm doing a
I just eat gum all day long too, and I really should get over that.
My body says, "Oh, are we eating now?" And it's like, "No, we're not." So like diet soda, I can't do on a long fast.
I use it as a coping mechanism.
Okay.
It gets me through. But everybody choose what they want to do and what you're going to do. We also don't drink coffee or tea. Well, I do drink tea sometimes, some herbal tea. But that's something a lot of people do on fasts, and we don't.
Yep. So you couldn't add, if you are doing a real fast, you couldn't add heavy cream or MCT oil.
Because you can't have a fatty coffee.
Or you can't have any calories in that coffee. It would have to be like strictly black coffee. Mm-hmm. So does liquid stevia break a fast? Probably not. Will liquid stevia make you super hungry and you want to break your fast? Maybe. So there you go.
And it really just depends on your body.
Yeah.
Like, you want to do what's best for your body. And if you need to have a diet soda or something because you want to make the fast and you need to have something, then do that.
Yep. Carrie says, that's such a nice peach picture. Look at that peach picture.
It is. It's so
Looks
pretty.
fantastic. For all of you who don't
Peach
know,
it up,
we do now have peaches and cream keto chow available for order. Let's see. Scroll.
Well, there it is, right there.
Peaches and cream. Yay.
Peaches and cream.
And here's even the... Nick did it. It's really fuzzy.
It is.
I think I need to talk to him about that. Anyway.
Okay.
That needs to be uploaded in a higher... Yeah, well, because I keep telling him to res it down. This needs to be in a really high high resolution. Let's see. Michelle says we're at -14 and -35 wind chill in the frozen north drinking hot keto chow. Lori says, 2 Paws and K-Bear Fuzzy Ears on Instagram wanted me to let you know the Texas Roadhouse told them there is gluten and sugar in the marinade on the prime rib. Okay.
Whoops.
I'm not getting a lot of it.
That makes sense.
So I'm not too concerned about that.
Which is funny because I didn't even notice that there was a marinade. I didn't even think about that.
Okay. The amount of calories I'm getting from the marinade versus the amount of calories I'm getting from the protein and the fat, I'm not too concerned about the prime rib.
Well, and we do still have those. We have wings all the time, and it has a tiny bit of sugar in the traditional rubs. Yep. But we still get them all the time. It's a choice you have to make. And it is good to ask about all those things because you want to make an informed decision.
Yeah, that's true.
So thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, I assume there's like 3 or 4 carbs, which is probably about what there is in the broccoli as well.
But if you're doing OMAD, then you're still having a really low carb, total carb day. So it just depends on what you want to do.
Yep. Sonia says, good morning, Bears. Freezing rain here. I tried peaches and cream with butter yesterday. It was delicious. I'm going to try with heavy whipping cream next. Which way do you prefer?
Butter. We prefer butter with everything, pretty much. Unless we make it into ice cream, and then I just want it to be heavy cream.
Jerry says, too long, didn't read.
Yeah, all those words.
Holly says, good morning, everyone. Hope the day off is a good start. We don't have the day off because Mondays are crazy enough. We actually, so somebody on the Keto Chow subreddit was like, why did you announce the peaches and cream on Tuesday? Why didn't you announce it on Monday along with the flavor of the week?
Yeah,
and I
we
said,
could have.
I said, because Mondays are crazy enough.
Because we have all of our weekend orders that come in, and we want to work really hard to get those out, and we just want to make sure that it goes smooth for everyone here. And it also is nice for us to launch something on a Tuesday because we can have any last minute things ready for it, and then we can make sure that things go smoothly.
Yep. And unless I forget, because I'm usually the one who's like, no, we should launch it today. Unless I forget, we typically will not ever launch anything on a Monday or after a weekend.
Unless we decide to.
Unless I forget. And anyway, Deb says, morning everyone from North Carolina. Ice is gone, but a lot of people still without power. Thankfully, we didn't lose our power, even though a lot of branches and trees fell over the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's scary.
Let's see. Devin says good morning. Jerry says love me some vanilla. Rihanna says good morning. Tifix MJ says ever since Chris says he's not big on nuts, I have put chopped pecans on things. Today a cinnamon keto bagel.
Ooh, that sounds yum.
There you go. Jerry says saw someone mentioning Fruit Loops, strawberry, orange cream, and lemon. Sounds yummy.
Oh yeah, together.
That would work.
Yeah.
Or
we had a friend come in this weekend who said that they do all the combos of Keto Chow. So.
Yeah, another thing you could do is on our favorite things. You've got the OOO flavors.
Yeah.
And they have all sorts of different flavors.
They have keto packs now. They have the citrus one. That's brand new. The tropical is brand new. Ice cream is new. Like since we purchased, which we have.
Yeah, but if you search on their thing, it's not exactly Fruity Pebbles. They call it something else, and I don't know. It's not working for me searching right now. But they have one that it's basically Fruity Pebbles.
It's like Fruit Bunches or something.
Yeah.
They can't actually say the trademark name.
Mm-hmm. Emily says we have our second snow of the year here in northwest Louisiana.
Wow.
Usually only snows every 2 to 3 years. More is predicted later this week.
We're actually going to get some snow, so we're super happy about that.
Next week we're actually going to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Devin says 10 degrees here in Chicago. Feels like -5. Sandra says, do you know how to make my shakes made with the base and my own egg white protein and sweetener taste like the pre-made? They don't taste great. That kind of depends on the flavor and the protein you're using, because the egg white protein isn't going to mix up the same as the milk protein that we use.
But if you use a blender or immersion blender, it'll mix up pretty good. Yeah. But the flavor is very subjective. So if your egg protein has a flavor in it, it's going to taste like that flavor.
Yep.
So you'd have to get like some different flavors. People use skinny syrups a lot if you like the flavor of a skinny syrup, or a Torani or Da Vinci sugar-free syrup.
And you can also
could use those, and that would mask the flavor of the protein.
Yeah. But you can also mix up your protein powder and see what it tastes like. And it will never taste better than your protein powder alone.
Yeah. So see what that tastes like, and then add flavoring to that. Also, add a sweetener, because depending on what your protein powder has in it, it may have a sweetener or not. Also, keep in mind if it's sweetened with stevia, if you use like a monk fruit or a sucralose sweetener, it will do weird things, because when you combine the sweeteners, one comes out super strong, and then the other, they complement each other in different ways. So you really have to experiment with it to get it the way you like it, and it just will take time. I would just maybe play with the protein powder with a little bit, and then you won't waste making a whole one and then not like it. Sorry.
Jean says, cool, thank you. I hate black coffee, but I need my morning caffeine. They make caffeine pills, by the way. Peggy says, try this suggestion. Put a little over a tablespoon of chocolate Keto Chow in the bottom of my cup and added hot coffee. A little heavy whipping cream and used milk frother. Loved it. Found a healthy replacement for Starbucks mocha.
Yeah.
Confident Fit Mom says, how many s'mores are left? It says limited, and I don't want to miss
It's probably pretty close to out of stock, actually.
Yeah. What's that
s'mores
called?
Keto Chow.
No, the thing we use to track the inventory.
Ecom Dash.
Yes.
Do you want me to tell you the programs we use?
Yes.
See, I'm useful.
Let's see. Rachel says, who takes all the Keto Chow pictures? That would be Carrie.
Yep.
Well, she takes most of them. How about that? Bobby says, good morning. Very icy and Baton Rouge. Louisiana. Rhonda says, good morning, everyone. Miranda says, they don't normally marinate a prime rib. Oh.
Well, they could have put something on it before they smoked it, I guess is what it is. Or the waiter or waitress didn't know what they were talking about. Like they could have thought that they were talking about a different steak, maybe.
Yep.
Because I think a lot of waiters or waitresses are teenagers, and teenagers don't know everything. Don't tell my teenagers that. They know everything.
Rhonda says, is it better with butter or heavy cream? That's a matter of taste. It's just different.
Yeah.
And she says, what kind of butter? I typically just use the cheapest butter I can find, which is the Costco salted butter. But Kerrygold does have an interesting flavor to it.
Yeah, it's good. It does separate a lot quicker. We noticed when we're melting it compared to like the Costco butter or Sam's Club butter.
Yep.
What matters in the butter is what the ingredients are, that it doesn't have like a butter powder or a yellow color, because you'll get some butters that have weird stuff in them. You just want cream and salt.
Yep.
Or cream and no salt.
There are 4,000 of the s'mores left.
Oh, that's quite a bit.
Yep. Glenda says, what were you going to make with the jalapenos? Jalapeno poppers. Yep. You cut them in half, take the stuff out, fill them up with cream cheese, wrap them in bacon, stick them in the oven, cook them along. Freshie says, high of 71 today in SB. Not sure where SB is. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh.
Jean says, I think my
Freshie.
mug cakes haven't shipped. It still says at the facility.
Oh, shoot. Will you reach out to customer service and we can check on that?
It might be that they're on their way. They just keep on forgetting to scan them as they're going.
That happens sometimes. Occasionally they won't scan it when they pick it up, and so then it says it's still sitting here.
We used to have a really good UPS driver who would scan each package as it was going onto his truck.
And then when we moved here, we got different people, and they're nice, but they don't want to scan that many packages because they think it's horrible.
He kept on finding packages meant for the postal service.
Yeah, they still catch those.
Do they?
Yeah, because he still puts them in one at a time.
Yeah. Lynn says, is it okay to have 1 tablespoon of butter in the shakes? Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Yep. You can put as much or as little as you want. So
the thing is, if you drink them and want to be full, you need to try to get as much fat as your body needs for that meal. And so depending on how close your eating window is, depending on how busy you are or whatever, if you have just 1 tablespoon of butter and then you're hungry afterwards, I don't want you to be derailed. If you feel like you want to only have Keto Chow, make sure there's enough fat in it to help you be satiated, or plan to have something else with it or something else after it. Or if you're going to have a snack, plan that snack, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because when you plan, you'll feel more successful.
So Sharon wants to know...
You're planning by hour, right?
Sorry, I thought you were done.
No.
Sharon wants to know, how do you make it with butter? So if you go on how to prepare Keto Chow, there's actually a link that says, want to make Keto Chow using butter? We have a special page just for that. And here it explains how to do it. There's a nice video that shows how to mix it with butter. But yeah, you melt the butter, you use warm water, and you use as much or as little as fits you. So just like Miriam was talking about, and if you, with each order, you should get this How to Chow card that says if you want a 300 calorie shake, use this much butter. If you want a 400, use this much. 500, so on and so forth. There isn't a specific amount. That's like saying, what size of shoe should I wear?
The one that fits you.
10 and a half. Everybody should wear a 10 and a half.
Yeah, I would not fit in a 10 and a half very well.
How long is a string? I don't know.
A long string.
Let's see. Mike says, good morning. Loving the peaches and cream.
Awesome.
Jerry says, I'm stressing only 2 of my sampler flavors left. Down 4 pounds already since Friday. Ooh, woohoo,
I came
indeed.
down a couple pounds, and I fit into some jeans I didn't expect myself to fit into. I did not wear them because I was worried that they would cut me in half when I sat down. But I did squeeze into them, and I'm going to fit into them better pretty soon. I'm super excited. We have fasting scheduled for this week, but not today. So we're pretty excited.
Maitreya says, I can't decide which flavor Keto Chow to have today. I've had peaches and cream yesterday. Melody says, hey, any suggestions for hair loss?
Up your protein. We've been talking about that a lot. So what we suggest is you go to Maria Emmerich's calorie calculator and put your stuff in there, because a lot of times
Scroll.
you will not be eating enough protein.
Look,
even with
right
Keto
here.
Chow, if you're doing 3 Keto Chows only, you probably should add some additional protein, or have like a can of tuna fish, can of salmon, or like half a chicken breast, or whatever, so that you'll get the protein. Protein is a goal. You want to get to protein. Fat
It's
as
a
a
minimum.
lever, so that you can use it to kind of manipulate how your body is doing. And then carbs is a minimum. You want to make
Yeah.
sure you get under 20 or as low as you possibly can.
Well, and one huge problem in the keto space right now is most of the apps that you can use to track your macros do an absolutely horrific job of telling people how much protein to eat.
Yep, they're all over the place,
But they're usually way low.
It's definitely different by opinion and because of different diets. But if you're doing keto, you want to make sure you hit that protein. Another thing is you're going to be more satiated if you eat enough protein. And then you can eat a little bit less fat if you want to, because what you're wanting to do is, take the fat from all over here, right? But you have to get fat adapted first. And so depending on how long you've been keto, you want to be eating a lot of fat so that it tells your body, I'm using fat as energy, not glucose, which is what I used to be using when I was eating bread all day. So you're changing your body to be used to using fat, and then after a while you can kind of pull back the fat a little bit and use the fat that's here more than the fat that you're eating. And you'll notice that if you start to, you can recalculate your macros after you lose a little bit of weight, and then you can see, oh, you know what, I could actually lower my fat a little bit because I'm okay now.
Yeah, but just to give you an idea of how bad some of the calculators are, a lot of them will tell people they need 60 grams of protein a day, when in fact they actually need 120.
Yeah, that's a considerable difference. Like I think mine says close to 120, and I feel so much better. My skin is healthier, my nails are healthier, my hair is healthier, and that's definitely because I upped my protein. So.
Rachel says, have a great time in Costa Rica. Lori says, Chris, the Kirtland bars you try to avoid. They went from 4 net carbs to 10 net carbs. Good move on your part. Well, the thing is, the net carbs on those was never 4 net carbs because they use they use the fiber game. Yeah. And they've never been low carb.
Those are the reason why I gained so much weight.
Yeah, I had to give those up like a year ago because they were just no bueno.
Yeah.
They were delicious, but they were not keto.
Well, and you can gain weight on keto too. Like I can keep my blood sugar still really level and still be gaining weight on keto. And so you just kind of have to learn how your body works and what you need to do.
You can gain weight eating prime rib.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Let's see. Julie says, I'm going to make peaches and cream ice cream. Jerry says, place an order Friday, but waiting on USPS for updated tracking is like watching paint dry.
Yeah, and you know what? It's possible they didn't get picked up because it was before a certain time. Because on Fridays, it comes at like 2 or 3 o'clock. And so if it was after that, it'll go out today. But it's already packaged, so that's good.
Yeah. Holly says, 800 s'mores list. I guess I must have read it wrong.
Yeah, you did.
Rhonda says, I have Kerrygold. Thank you. Let's see. Rachel says, be right back because coffee. Still listening. Carrie Brown says, 7.
7, yes.
Lucy says, I wear a 10.5. Perfect.
Oh,
Carrie
that's
says,
what she's talking about.
Yeah, I know. Carrie says, taxes. Love you. Bye.
7? Could you imagine? I would fall over if I wore a 7.
There's a show called The IT Crowd, and there's a episode where Jen, the manager, she wants a shoe, and it's only available in a size 6.
And she wears a 7. I thought it was like a 5.5 or something.
She crams her foot into there.
She shoved her foot in there and mangled her feet all up. It was kind of funny.
All women are shoe mad.
Shoe mad.
Don't you think that's a bit sexist to say? Well, I don't know. How many women do you know? Just one. And she just left the room saying, the shoes! Anyway, Desiree says, Tupaz, KB Fuzzy Ears are here to see you.
Oh, yeah. I wondered why there was a truck out there.
Oh, maybe that's them.
So we should come.
Okay,
go down
Cheryl
and say
says
hi.
the protein tracking is so painful. They all say 70 grams for me. Yeah, and that's probably wrong.
So I would up that for sure.
Margie says, just a thought. It would be helpful if the How to Chow card listed protein instead of calories. Well, except the protein in Keto Chow is always going to be the same.
Yeah.
The thing that you're changing is the amount of fat.
Well, and I think everybody says you shouldn't count calories, but it's still nice to kind of have in your brain what you're going for. Mm-hmm. I would still not worry about calories as much as trying to get the protein you need and then the fat that you plan on having and then lower those carbs. I don't worry about calories so much, but it's nice to have it kind of in my brain so that I don't overeat like a crazy person. So.
Okay. Jerry says, how do you do intermittent fasting? I'm diabetic, so I've been doing the 15-hour version. Eat after 9 a.m. and stop at 6. I think I saw that from Dr. Berry or Dr. Berg. Is that right? If that works for you, there's no one ring to rule them all.
Also, Jerry, you just started not that long ago, so you may need to check your doctor on your medications if you're taking medication, because a lot of times you can get off those medications really quickly with keto, and you don't want to be having too many medications, so do check with your doctor. And that's another thing with fasting. If you're on medication, sometimes that messes with things if you're going to fast for a long period of time. So I would maybe wait a while to do a longer fast. We're doing like 40-hour fasts, which aren't like necessarily recommended. It's just what works well for our schedule and for my mental self. So we're doing like
We're not eating for 4 meals and then we eat for 2.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. And it seems to be working quite well because I feel like I can have 2 meals and then I can have 2 of the delicious things that I'm wanting and not getting to have. And so then I feel good.
So Sonia says, Miriam, update, I feel cluttered again. Had to take beds down in spare bedrooms so we can move furniture and boxes, dishes, etc. from the rooms. We will be renovating soon. Nice.
Hey.
Rachel is back. Added butter to my coffee. Tastes so good.
Nice.
Jean says, love the IT crowd. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Are you sure it's plugged in? Maitreya says, LOL. Jerry says, love the IT crowd. Huge fan of BritBox. FixMJ says, I wear a 9 or 9.5 or 10 shoe. I'm clearing out the closet if anyone wants them. Okay.
I want them.
Let's see. Rhonda says, my Chow Club draft pending as of the 13th. Can't wait for my box.
Oh, yeah.
Christy says, did I hear something about mug cakes? So we had mug cakes, and they all are sold out.
They're sold out.
We're
Yes, we
of the
ordered
mugs.
more mugs so that we should get them soon. And, so they'll be available. We did neglect that the Chow Club, you can order it today. Like, is today the last day?
Today, you have until today at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
So if you wanted to get a subscription to the Chow Club, today's the last day for the March box.
That's correct.
So there you go.
Okay. Rhonda says, so you can have Keto Chow shakes while you fast. Any calories will stop a fast, including
so
Keto
Chow shakes would
protein,
also
fat,
stop a
carbs,
fast.
it will stop a fast.
You can have Keto Chow drops.
You could have the drops or the tablets.
Or the daily minerals. Which is what we have.
Yeah. But, you can't have Keto Chow shakes when you're fasting. It won't allow you to fast. So, now, if you could do, like, 3 Keto Chows a day for a couple of days, and it would kind of impact your body almost like a fast. It seems to have a similar effect to having a fast, but, Keto Chow will definitely stop a fast that is,
Yep.
especially for autophagy. It's got way too much protein in it. So.
Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go say hi to our friends downstairs.
All right. Jerry says, just order the Chow Club, and Colleen says, I made my first mug cakes yesterday and it was too sweet, but I used monk fruit, and we'll need to dial it back some. Okay. Well, and Carol's on. So late. Hi, Chris and Miriam.
Hi, Carol.
All right.
Bye, Carol.
We're going to take off. Everybody, you have a fantastic day. Just so you know, on Wednesday, our live stream is going to be a little late because Joe and Rachel are going to be on Keto Connect's live stream.
Yeah, so we wanted to see it.
So, but I've already scheduled that, so if you look on YouTube, you'll see it at the right time. Okay.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.